ABC News 4 at 5 starts now.
Oh no, I don't live in a fairy tale. I do.
It's an interview you'll see only on ABC News 4. For the first time since Gloria Williams sentencing, the child she kidnapped is reacting to the decision.
Plus, all eyes on the East tonight. We are just hours away from the Singapore summit. What to expect when the leaders of America and North Korea meet.
But first, right now, deputies are looking for evidence on I-26 westbound. They say a suspect could have thrown drugs and a gun out of the car window during a chase. Charleston County deputies tell us it spanned from around Aviation Avenue to the College Park exit. That suspect is in custody. We're waiting for more details on the chase. We will get them. We will let you know.
First at 5, the FBI and ATF are investigating after a package that looked like a bomb was left at the Berkeley County Courthouse. It happened this morning. The package was found on the second floor outside staircase. They say the box wasn't actually explosive, but was designed to look that way.
The initial contents led us to believe that it's not just something that someone mistakenly put there. It appears that it was deliberately put there. So we're going through all the protocols and we'll be examining every piece of that evidence and every bit of that information.
Sheriff Lewis says a deputy sheriff found that package during his morning security sweep. County leaders say any court cases that were missed this morning due to the threat will be rescheduled.
New at 5, the Walterboro teen kidnapped at birth sits down to tell her side of the story.
The interview comes as the woman who raised her, Gloria Williams, begins her 18-year sentence in Florida. Ann Emerson has more from Kamaya Mobley's first interview.
She's like busting in my room every day, you know. As soon as she gets home, I can hear those heels click-clacking.
That's what Kamaya Mobley remembers of her old life, the one with Gloria Williams, who raised Mobley as her own, up until Williams's arrest almost a year and a half ago.
She was very open to all my friends that I brought through that door. She was one of those mothers where she'd be like, you know, open to sleepovers, open to company, always smiling, always upbeat, like up-tempo about everything.
I know I wronged you, and I'm so sorry.
Williams pleaded guilty back in February to kidnapping Mobley as a newborn from a Jacksonville hospital. She took the baby girl to her home in Walterboro. Williams changed the baby's name to Alexis Manigo. No one learned Williams's secret for nearly 18 years.
And it was a detective, he asked me for my mouth swab. He was just telling me the subpoena was coming or whatever. And I sat there until it came. You know, I sat there until I read it. You know, you're not going to be too happy if somebody's trying to put your mother in jail either. So you can imagine, you know, it was not a happy situation.
After her arrest, Mobley says she knew life was changed forever.
I don't live in a fairy tale. I knew. So I knew this day was coming. So it was
Mobley says she wasn't surprised at the 18-year sentence Williams received. She says she still calls her mom. She still talks to her in prison at least 2 or 3 times a week. But she's found a new family, too, her biological family that never gave up hope during those 18 years.
Yeah, I like it. It's like it's new people that act just like you. They look just like you. It's almost just like extended family. You know, that's really what it feels like.
2 identities to answer to.
The people that know me as Alexis call me Alexis. If you know me as Kamaya, then you call me Kamaya. I go by both.
And now 2 families to balance. She says she often feels trapped in between, but hopes to find balance in the future.
That I can find a better way to balance everybody and everything, you know, and not so much tension.
Mobley is now 20. She says she's looking forward to getting her driver's license and at some point creating her own home. But for now, she still stays in the home that Gloria Williams created for her and her stepfather. As far as the 18-year sentence, Mobley says she's glad it wasn't longer and says one day Gloria will be out to be with her, walking and talking once more. Working for you, Ann Emerson, ABC News 4.
And thank you. Summertime in the Low Country, warmer temperatures, pop-up thunder boomers. It's been on full display the past few days.
Sure has. Our chief meteorologist, Dave Williams, joining us on this Monday evening with a check of that work week forecast for us. Hi, Dave.
Hey, it was a hot one out there today. We got those temperatures up into the 90s, and that was the 8th time we've done that so far this year. We're chalking up those 90s, and we're going to continue to see those temperatures heating up right around 90 degrees each and every day for the next week. Our average number of 90 days per year, 56. Last year we had 99 of those. Right now, as we get a look outside, there it is, the George Sink Injury Lawyers, Skyview Network Beaches, good place to beat the heat until those thunderstorms come rolling through like we saw yesterday afternoon. 89 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Thunderstorms a little bit farther inland right now. I do expect those to transition a little bit closer to the coast with time. Fresh lightning strike right there, just north of Ridgeville, right on the Dorchester and Berkeley County line. And we're going to see a couple showers and thunderstorms with frequent lightning strikes and also some heavy rain. Some of those lightning strikes right there just off to the west of Walterboro in Colleton County. As far as your forecast tonight, I do expect some of those showers and thunderstorms to make it closer to the coast by 7 and some more of those between 9 and 11. Temperatures falling back into the 70s and then staying there. We'll take a look at where those thunderstorms are and we'll time out those raindrops with Futurecast coming up in just a few minutes.
This on-time traffic report is sponsored by Fred Anderson Toyota of Charleston.
A couple of incidents to tell you about on this Monday afternoon. We'll start with the crash that is being worked I-26 eastbound there at Remount Road, which is exit 212. Also, a couple of disabled vehicles to tell you about. One I-26 westbound there at Ashley Phosphate Road. The right lane was blocked but appears to be cleared at this time. And we've got a disabled vehicle I-26 eastbound there at College Park Road. So a couple disabled vehicles along I-26. Checking out those drive times for you along I-26. If you are headed westbound from downtown to Summerville, need to give yourselves 42 minutes, but that eastbound commute it cuts that time in half, so 21 minutes from Summerville to downtown. Let's take a live look out on the roadways right now, and that takes us to I-26 there at Montague Avenue. Eastbound traffic heading away from us looks fine, but again, we are seeing a little bit of a slowdown there in those westbound lanes.
Tony, thank you. In tonight's crime report, officials say they are investigating a murder after finding a body in a car on James Island. It happened last night near Green Hill Road. Deputies say they were responding to a shots fired call when they found that man dead with multiple gunshot wounds. They've yet to identify him. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers. That number is 554-1111.
Police say a game of beer pong led to a shootout in Somerville. It happened Saturday in Alwyn Boulevard around 3 in the morning. According to police, a fight broke out after a man dared a woman to kiss him and show her her breasts. And just in our newsroom, police say they have arrested Timothy Gainey and charged him with attempted murder. They say Gainey was in that car that fired shots at the man as he was leaving the house. He is expected to be in bond court tomorrow. They say no injuries were reported.
We are just hours away from Election Day, and at least one person has already cast their ballot. Former Governor Nikki Haley posted this on Twitter today. She says she traveled back to South Carolina to vote in Lexington this week.
Today, candidates in one of the most closely watched races sparred each other on the radio.
Mark, let him finish.
Whether that's ending chain
It was heated at times as Congressman Mark Sanford and State Representative Katie Arrington faced off during 90 minutes on 1250 WTMA. Arrington blasted the incumbent lawmaker as a career politician who doesn't support President Trump.
Sanford contended he's a fiscal hawk who tries to rein in out-of-control government spending. Both offered their beliefs on the issues voters care most about and what they'll fight for if elected.
Number one, the border wall. I mean, that's been the most important issue, for the presidential campaign and for this. Supporting our president. Number two, immigration and health care. They're all things that, our Congress has failed, and we have to hold them accountable for that.
People care deeply about the amount of money in their pocketbook or their wallet. That ties to tax and spending issues in Washington. They care about the more local economy, what's happening with the port in terms of trade going in and out. They care about health care and is it available for themselves and those that they love.
After their radio appearance, the candidates met with Republican faithfuls in Mount Pleasant at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock tonight. What they told a group of GOP members during the final 24 hours of the campaign.
We are watching several races tomorrow. There are also 2 Democrats running for that 1st congressional district. Joe Cunningham will face Toby Smith for the chance to run in the general election.
There, of course, also is the governor's race. On the Republican side, Catherine Templeton, Governor Henry McMaster, and John Warren. Right now, the polls have them in a runoff. Lieutenant Governor Kevin Bryant and former Lieutenant Governor Yancey McGill are both polling under 10% apiece.
On the Democratic side of that ticket, either State Representative James Smith, Phil Noble, or Marguerite Willis will head to the general election.
We will be at election centers across the Lowcountry tomorrow evening, and of course we will bring you the results as they happen. To keep up, make sure you download our ABC News 4 app. It is available now in the Apple Store and Google Play.
Well, from pancakes to burgers, the radical change for a breakfast chain. So what's behind the change?
Plus, a sad sight on our shore, an injured loggerhead, what you can do to protect the turtles. Plus,
it is definitely an issue, especially in the summertime, weekends, pretty much year-round now.
The traffic rolls in like the tide, but with nowhere to go. What one beach town wants to do next.